and you pay like what, mine's like $7 a month. Like they
Yeah.
can afford to give it to you for free because it's I have all these people who pay and never get their free glasses and never
Yeah, that's
like their actual manufacturing costs don't even come close to adding up to what the insurance charges.
yeah. Yeah, I saw on TikTok there's this guy that made glasses that he says it's like $4 a pair.
Is it the jeans glasses? They're made out of denim.
Oh no. No, it's not that. No, these are like actual, well, I assume those are actual glasses, I guess, but these are like plain black frames, and he has like this thing to test your vision first that he like moves the stuff up and down till you can see,
Oh.
and then it tells you which lenses to grab, like which pack that you need then, and you
Oh.
just pop them into the plain black frame, and then you have glasses.
Are you kidding me? He's gonna get killed. He's absolutely going to get taken out.
Well, he's trying to do like in like countries that people just can't afford anything. Like he's trying to
Yeah.
just bring them to places where it's like you can just start a line and sit down and then pop these in and there you go. Now you can see.
Yeah, that would be good.
So they can't even afford the $4, but he's trying to get backed by or have investors, I guess. But I think that's cool though.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Do you think we'd be able to be global without money?
Yes.
Probably not.
You
You
don't
think
think
so?
so?
Well, how do you trade globally without a currency, I guess?
I guess, because you have to pay. Like, you would have to have a ship, and then you would have to pay the. Like, how do the people running the ship get anything?
Right.
And then everyone gets to name their own price. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
everyone gets 50 eggs. I don't know why I'm only thinking eggs, but like,
Eggs are expensive now. Well, they've come down a little bit, but yeah, or like you land somewhere and you're like, give me a goat for what I have on my boat, or like, how would
right.
you?
You just, well, you could coordinate. We will give you X if you give us Y. But now there's so many service based jobs that, like,
Oh, yeah.
you couldn't. How do you. You sit here and do this for me, and I'll get you, like, what? Like, what would be worth that? It would be very hard to get people to actually work because
Yeah.
not everything would have the same value. You know, like if I said this job, I'm going with eggs again, the salary is 80 eggs a week. For
It's a lot.
someone, yeah, for someone, they're like, oh yeah, 80 eggs, I can feed my 16 children. And someone else is like, what am I going to do with 80 eggs? Like, at some point, that just turns into a bigger hassle, and I have to figure out what else I can trade for eggs.
Right.
For you to just
Yeah.
sit and talk to people on the phone. Like, I guess the good thing about actual, like, money is that you can spend it however you want.
Yeah, that's true. And you could, I just think it makes it so much easier. Do you think we'd have online shopping? Obviously not, I don't think, right?
No, you're right.
We wouldn't have any instant deliveries or whatever.
You'd have to work for the products that you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be a lot messier without money.
And like I think it would turn into more of like the cottage industry type thing where everyone just works on their own stuff. You know what I mean? Like you have your little house
Oh,
and you trade like you're trading individually, not with big companies. Like you couldn't I don't
right.
think you could run a big company without just amassing a ton of shit. The only way it would work is if they traded you whatever product they make for your time.
Which, yeah, I probably wouldn't really do that.
No, I don't think that would work.
I think you'd have to stay like little villages, I think.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be so nice?
Yeah, I think yes and no. I don't know. I think I'd get bored in a little village because I feel like back in peasant times where like most people grew up and died in the same village. Like they never left.
Yeah.
I like travel too much.
I genuinely think that humans need menial survival work to stay happy. Like, they need to be focused on, like, if I have to go out and work in the field today so that I have food. Like you don't have time to like worry.
That's true. Yeah, I do think it does make it a lot more simple.
Then you're like obviously you get sad, but you don't get sad about the same things. Like you can't be like, what is the meaning of my life? Because the meaning of your life is survival for your family.
Right, yeah.
And that like is probably very fulfilling for people.
Yeah, I have heard that people who just quit their jobs and go live little like tiny house or in
Yeah.
the van or whatever, and they're just,
Homesteading.
oh yeah.
I want a
Yeah, if you
homestead.
can have the animals that you need
Right.
to live off of.
But property tax messes that all up.
Right, that's true too. I do think, why is there property tax after you've paid off the house? That's ridiculous.
I think just to pay for the services that you get from the local government,
What service?
like in like snow removal or
Okay.
road maintenance
Mm. A lot of
or
it goes to schools, I think.
yeah, that too. Yeah.
I don't know. But isn't 30 years enough?
But that's just to the bank to give to the past owner.
No, but I'm saying once you pay off the house, I mean, obviously if you're renting, but you don't pay property taxes if you're renting, so,
Well, not directly.
well, yeah. Yeah, if you pay off it though, then why do you have to keep paying? I don't know. I don't like property taxes.
Well, no one does.
Mm.
But I wish you could like opt in, but how do you opt in on paying for like no public schools would exist because no one's gonna opt in.
People have children or want children.
Yeah, but the people who have children in the school aren't gonna have enough,
Yeah.
aren't gonna contribute enough to pay for their own school. I think is the problem. Like everyone has to pay, or it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but it doesn't just go to schools. I don't know. I guess, yeah, road maintenance.
And anyone can drive on the road, so it's not like you could be like, okay, well, if you don't want to pay for the road repair, then you just can't drive on this road. But
Yeah. Can't leave your neighborhood.
yeah, I mean, it
I don't know.
it
I
makes sense, and
guess.
if our tax money wasn't used for stupid things, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but they do use it for really stupid things. So,
Yeah. And it's used so differently depending on the state or whatever, the city, or
right.
I think that's one of the problems. Is you could pay a lot but still have crappy schools or whatever.
Bad roads.
Yeah.
Texas pays a ton of like property taxes where they make most of their money. And our schools suck and our roads suck in San Antonio. Like the roads are
No.
so bad.
Yeah. The roads are really bad by my parents' house too.
They don't even, you know how the roads are like, I think it's called crowned, where it's like sloped slightly so that the water runs
Oh,
off. Here they just pave. They're like, whatever. Like it doesn't rain here enough, I guess, for them to
oh.
care, but it floods. Like everything floods. They have no,
Yeah. That's why you have those markers.
yeah, they don't care if it's bumpy. They don't care if it's like, it's really bad. It
Yeah.
drives me insane. And like when it does rain, it's basically like driving on snow because the water pools everywhere and
Oh.
you hydroplane and stuff. And no one buys new tires because what do you need those for except for the 4 times a year that it does rain?
Yeah. They should just make, I don't know, maybe, well, yeah, it's the local government, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
The allocation of the taxes. I don't know. I just don't like the idea that like if you do want to homestead or you want to be like off the grid, you still have to somehow make money to pay for the property at least.
I've heard that you can get like agricultural exemptions. Especially
Oh.
like I've been looking here in Texas, like You have to have like 5 farm animal units, which
Mm.
like that would be like 5 cows or 10 goats. Like it's like here's an animal unit and
Um,
here's and then you have to have made money off of it for the past 5 years in some way. But like that wouldn't be that hard. Like I think bees count. So you could have bee colonies and sell the honey or have like 5 cows and sell the meat every year, like 1 cow a year or something. But so it's kind of easy to get around it, but you still have to have the ability. Like a cow's not cheap.
yeah. Just have 50 chickens.
Yeah, yeah, I think chickens count. I think it's maybe 2 chickens. I don't know. I'd have to. I did
Oh,
look. I just know that bees. It was like 5 bee colonies is one animal unit. So you'd have to have like 50 or 25 colonies of bees, but those are so low upkeep once you get them in. Like they basically take care of themselves unless you want to harvest honey.
right. That's true. But I mean, it also takes some land, right? Trying to find land
Yeah,
to purchase right now, plus pay for 5 years, I guess, and then
right. And then there's also like a homestead exemption, but I don't know what that means. That might be if you've lived somewhere for a certain amount of time. I don't know. There's
okay.
something. There's loopholes, but you have to be able to play that game to get out of it.
Yeah, I'm just tired of that part. Play the game. I don't know. I don't even have land. I mean, my house is on a piece of land, but that's not my property. It's the HOA's, and I still have to pay property taxes
Right.
just
Yeah, that's
for
kind of
the
dumb.
sliver that's mine. This isn't a question, I guess it's a statement.
A prompt.
It's meant to incite debate or something. Well, I was wanting to talk about the banks, I guess, because banks control interest rates that then control the economy, and that can control people's like spending abilities. And I feel like this does keep people in debt and a part of like the machine because you have to keep working then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do think so. Or not necessarily in debt, but like, they don't want you to be able to survive on your own because if you can, then why would you need to work? And then who's going to pay their
Right.
bills? And
Yeah.
like, don't even get me started on market manipulation. That's fake. It's all
Yeah.
fake. And they pretend that the economy works and it's real, but like,
Right.
when people are controlling billions of dollars in these like hedge funds, they
Yeah.
alone can sway the market. Or
Right.
like two guys talk to each other. Like I'm not. No, I don't think anyone's under the impression that they're not all colluding together to make the most amount of money. Like
Yeah. That's true.
it's so sketchy.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to manipulate it just from a couple of people, but you definitely can.
And I don't think Congress people should be allowed to trade either.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
if you're in government, you don't get to take part in like the stock market. Like you should just have to not be in it for the time that you're in office, and that would I think control people's term lengths.
Right.
Like yeah, I'll do it for like 2 or 3 years, but then I do still want to invest my money. Like I think that would be a good trade-off.
Yeah, because they can make things that benefit them that they know. Like it's the definition of insider trading, but they're allowed to do that.
And they just find out stuff too.
Right. They know what's going to happen, or they know a law is about to be in place, so let me sell this stock or let me buy that one before this happens.
Right. It's so sketchy.
Right. I think that is why they're going after TikTok.
Probably. Because they all have
Yeah.
money in Facebook. They didn't care that Facebook was also doing all of that,
Right.
which they knew and had been told.
Yeah.
It was just TikTok because we're allowed to freely discuss our opinions there and talk to each other and disseminate information.
Yeah. They can't control it, so.
My inner, like, deep conspiracy theorist is coming out, I think.
Well, there are definitely conspiracies.
Yeah.
fun money.